Hey guys, what is up? The NeoCubist here. Welcome to episode 8 of my Minecraft Hardcore Let's Play. I just showed you a few changes that I did between episodes. First of all, thank you guys for the well wishes, the congratulations on me having a son. Well, I guess us, me and Lauren having a son because we're married, you know, and like, I say me because like, I don't know, I feel like it's just me here right now, but yeah, we're having a kid and very, very excited for that. But yeah, I'm filling in this. I promise. I'll get to everything. We got a lot to do this episode. A very jam-packed, action-packed, some would say, episode. I'm just filling in this because I know I'm going to need this space. And I'm kind of rusty because I like just woke up. So like I'm placing stuff and like my brain's not working and it's hurting, man. It's not really. Okay, there we go. Did you get out of my pen? Well, either way, I plan on releasing all of the cows once we build the wall. I may regret that, by the way. That may cause extreme amounts of lag. I'm really not sure. But in my head, it sounds funny. So I'm probably going to release all of the cows, which would definitely be interesting. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a wonderful day out there whenever you're watching this. I really do hope that you're having a wonderful day. And if you're not, I hope that it does get better. And, yeah, sometimes we have bad days. And usually, you know, they resolve, but if this one doesn't seem to be resolving, then maybe take a nap, drink some water. I don't know, man. Or just watch the video and try to think about it. So, what did I do between this episode and last? Well, I bred the cows a whole ton. I also planted a bunch of trees, not to keep, but because I want the saplings so that I can eventually plant more planned trees. I have bred these guys so many times, we're getting a lot of lag. Oh my god. We're getting a lot of lag over here now, apparently. What are we getting? 30 FPS over here. Everything's fine over here, right? Like, ooh, nice and fine. Like, we're getting, you know, 90, 100 FPS, whatever. We go over here, it's like, ugh. So we'll have to take care of these at some point. But I do think it's fun to just, like, keep breeding them over and over and over. I don't know if they're ready again. We'll see. It looks like they are, so I guess we'll breed them again. We're gonna break the world. We're gonna have no FPS. You can technically, like, die, but from entity cramming, like if you were to stand here, right? Like you could, okay. Oh, I need to quit holding the wheat. That's why. Please don't kill me. But yes, you could technically die doing that. So just try to run around whenever you're doing it. And maybe you'll end up being okay. I don't know. We definitely do not need this many cows. This will be the last time that I breed them before I kill them. I am going to like let them all out because we will have a safe environment for the animals, I think. I don't think they'll despawn either. I don't think passive animals despawn. Okay, that's enough. No more. I did go through the wheat farm once as well because we just needed wheat. But yeah, as you can see, that's just more cows than anybody really ever needs. I don't know how many exactly, like, it's only around 100, so I'm not really sure why it's lagging like this, but Minecraft's just gotten a little weird with performance. Okay, so what did I do as well is I added some stone brick because this to me looked weird, and literally all that I did was I hopped on the happy gas, which is so great, by the way, and this was originally all mossy cobblestone like this, remember? And then we had added these at the end of the episode. All I did was go in and literally just put some stone brick like this, and dude, it looks so much better. Like, it looks so much better. The inside's still a little weird, I'm kind of a little iffy. So I started to do this, and I'm not sure if that's what I want to do. But I didn't want to do, like, too much off camera. I've just been so excited to play the world. I even, like, showed Lauren the world, and she said it looks sick. So, oh, what's up, chicken? How you doing today? You doing good? Looks like you're trapped in here still. Should, maybe work on that. And I can't fly the happy gas in here, I don't think. I think the happy gas is a little bit too wide, so I'm going to have to do this the old school way, which is perfectly fine. And I feel like everywhere that there is a light, I'm going to, like, fill it up, I guess, like that. I don't know. Just a little something to add, like, some variety in here, because otherwise it's just too plain. And I'm sure we can think of some other stuff to do, but for right now, I think this will be definitely a nice addition. Like even, like, right there, or definitely, like, right here. Want to add this because it just looks so weird. So let me build a bunch of these. I'll come back and we'll look at them together and see how they look. Okay, so I've added like a ton of these. And by the way, I kept telling you that I'm going to become a father and stuff because like I'm going to take a little bit of a break from YouTube, obviously, to like spend time with my son. But there's also going to be like probably some noise in some videos where you hear maybe screaming baby, which hopefully you guys will understand. If you don't want to watch because there's a screaming baby, then you don't have to. But I'm just saying it's gonna happen. Like I'm just a dude, and what do you want me to do? Right? So it's going to happen. Just like with the robot vacuum, I've been inoculating you guys slowly to having some background noise. But I am just a regular guy, and I'm going to have a family, and you're going to have to hear that. So it is what it is. I wish I had like a big enough house where I could have like my own like private studio with like a soundproofed room, but that's not really financially feasible. So it is what it is, and hopefully you guys will understand. So we have the inside taken care of, and I think it looks a whole lot better than it did. I decided to just go like 3 blocks apart in here. There's still more that we can do, but I think for right now it's okay. I don't really want to keep building on this wall. The outside is really the only part that maybe struggles a little bit, but I think we can cover that. I can't really see it because of all these trees that I planted. I will break them in a moment. It just, I just planted them for saplings, but they do look good, right? Like I like having a lot of trees. It's just, this was like 36 jungle saplings. It doesn't look like super bad. It needs some help. And like for instance over here, before I break the trees, do I have enough materials to do this? Not really. I was gonna say we could go in our house, but we actually go in our house from the okay. Can't go in our house that way from the but maybe like over here, right? This is gonna have to all be fixed up. It's just look. Here's the thing, right? If I want to make it look ancient and like it's like part of the cave, what if I just filled in this right here with some mossy cobblestone? Like, just hear me out, right? What if we just went in here and like just filled this in with mossy cobblestone? Because I don't know, like there's certain places where there's like redstone wires, and I think this looks kind of cool, right? It makes it look like there's like something in there. Now, obviously, the part over here that's hanging out that looks really weird, that's not gonna be how it looks. Let me like go over here. Kind of odd that there's like whatever. So if we went over here and like maybe like these blocks right here. Oh no. What did I do? No, this is why I was so afraid to break it. It's now going. And I okay, so I broke 2 redstone. That's what I need to replace. 2 redstone. I'll go in there and we'll look. It's two, count them, 2 redstone. What did I do? Right there. That was what turned the thing on and off. I guess. Lord help me. I don't quite know, but I think that's what that did. Okay. And so I just, you know what I mean? Like just cover this up, and then obviously we can add more to it. I'm not saying that this is like the, can I get that edge of that block? Oh yeah. Just gotta really precisely do it. I'm not saying that this is like the end all be all and this is going to be the entire thing. I'm just saying that like for now, I think there's a few things we could do that would make the, oh, hey, we fell into a vine. Let's go. See? World's helping me out. It's like, hey, thank you for making me not look so bad. I'm going to reward you with, oh, well, maybe I can still make this work and have it like a little like something at the bottom, right? I just don't want it to look bad from all angles. I think that looks kind of cool. It makes it give it a little bit of support. Obviously, we're going to do more. I just don't have any materials on me right now. Same thing goes with it. This whole thing is going to look better. I promise. I'm excited to finally have the resources and the materials to do so. Because for the longest time, I had none. And I was just kind of just doing whatever, quite literally. I'm going to put the hole in my ceiling. I'm going to go out here. Okay, we're going to have to take care of those cows. They're making me lag, and I don't really like that. Maybe we do need to make our animal farms like super far away from our base. Because that is what happened, I think, with... well, no, that was all the item frames. Oh, by the way, dude, I'm loving this. Like, this base looks so much better. The episode came out maybe an hour ago, so I didn't get to see, like, every comment on the last video. But from what I could see, the people who did get to, like, the portions of the video where you could, like, see the base, everyone really likes it. So that's really, really nice. Oh no. We're running out of stone, man. We're gonna have to go mining for coal, aren't we? We have 15 coal here. Well, there's a full stack and there's a full stack, so that's 2 more stacks of mossy stone brick. but we definitely don't have enough to do really a whole lot. But we can start to do a little bit. I guess we can make... I thought there was something on the ground. We can make a little bit more. Just a little bit. Not embellishing there. It's quite literally just a little bit. We do have more moss, though. Don't worry about the moss. The moss is just over in my chest at my moss farm. And we're not keeping seeds, dude. We have a whole, like, barrel full of seeds. We don't need any more seeds. We just don't. And I also don't know why I'm coming up here. I guess I can go out there. That's kind of smart. Oh, I got to sneeze, and I think I can... Yeah. See, that one came with some warning. I love when they come with some warning, but sometimes you just sneeze and, like, it's like out of nowhere. And maybe you just, like, skip the warning signs. I feel bad for you guys, but you definitely got yourselves into this pickle. Like, I didn't do this. So, have fun. Be free, but also be smart. Don't get yourself in a pickle. What are you doing over here? I didn't know we had a white sheep over here. I thought in the jungle they spawned in, like... Aren't they brown, like the cows? It's like so each biome has, like, a sheep color that they spawn where. I think the brown sheep spawn in here. Maybe it spawned, like, right over there. Probably. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the corners of this. And this should line up right there. Yes, it does. Nice. Oh, what in the world? No. Oh, we're okay. Are we? Are we okay? I don't know, man. I don't know why I just did that on accident. And then, like, this one over here will be stone brick. Even though we can't really see it, we'll just bring it to, like, right there. Yeah, so something like this. I don't know. Let me mess around with it for a little bit, and then I'll come back and we'll see if we like it. I'll probably add, like, a little bit of texture on top. I don't have any saplings right now, which is, like, a big thing that I kind of needed. Whoops. I totally forgot about those just a little bit. It is what it is. I guess those don't need to be filled in because they weren't even filled in when I built it. But this definitely needs a little bit more than just, like, a couple of walls like that. Like in the ceiling, like surrounding this little light, right? You know, we could totally give it something more than that. Maybe even, like, more than more. So we'll take these. Oh, we don't have any. Oh, no, actually, you know what? We could do this. This is cool. I was going to put just, like, mossy stone brick around it, but I figure if we're going to do that, we might as well give it a little bit more spice. And then, oh, yeah. And then maybe in the middle, we go around, we break this, and we put a stair. I don't know. I'm going crazy, dude. I'm going crazy. This is just something that's going to take a little bit of time. It's not something we can just, like, instantly do. But just little by little, and I'll remember to go inside and, like, actually fix that. Because I do recognize that that doesn't really make any sense if I just do it partially through the ceiling. But I will go in there and eventually get it filled in. Okay. So that gives it a little bit more. I'm not saying that makes it look totally okay to have just a big box just hanging out right there. But see, that pillar goes all the way down. And it kind of makes sense. I did want to go over here, because it looks a little odd. Like this. And maybe take some walls and, like, a stair or something. Just to give it a little bit more, I don't know. It's got to have, it's too flat. There we go. Okay, much better. And again, we'll keep playing around with it. I think that looks a lot better. It's just, obviously it's still going to need some work. But at least it doesn't look like just a cobblestone box in the side of the mountain anymore. It looks like a somewhat of a structure. Now over here, our skeleton spawner is still not as big as we eventually want it to be. Eventually it's going to be, like, I think it's 4 blocks from every wall. And now that we have a diamond pickaxe, we totally could do that. We probably should, if I'm honest. So, like, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this side's actually okay. But then this side is 1, 2, 3. Well, bruh. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the wall will be, like, right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that because it's just weird that I haven't done it by now. I'm going to save, like, 1 water right there, but the rest I'm going to take away. That way I have infinite water. And, yeah, I'll catch you guys in a bit. I'm just going to make it into a big box. So just to give you perspective, this is not a small job, right? So I've gotten this wall back. This wall is, like, 4 Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. But I still have to break out this whole wall here because this whole thing needs to be mossy cobblestone. So I actually have to break it out a little bit bigger because I'm making a more aesthetic version. And then we're going to go grab some of those amethysts, the shards that are in our mine, like the really easy to access amethyst geode. And we'll add some tinted glass in here. And I want to finally like make an accessible like way to get over there. We may move our bed and stuff like over there. Actually, we might as well just do that right now that I'm thinking about it. Because this is kind of a perfect spot for the bed anyways. And we will move Scrappy. I didn't forget your name. I just wanted to how do I get you to behave? This is the great question. Will you come back over here? Will you hop on my shoulder? Or are you just gonna fly around? Well, we gotta wait for you to land. Are you gonna land on my shoulder? Because I can't right click them when they're in the air. Okay. He's going to my shoulder. No? He's flying around. See, this is why I think parrots are great, but I'm super scared. I don't know where Scrappy is going to end up. You're trying to go up there, but there's nowhere to get out. He could totally fly out right there. That's the problem. So, Scrappy, come on, buddy. You want to hop on my shoulder? Hop on the ground. There you go. You're going to sit on the ground. You're going to sit right... You're going to sit right there for now, okay? It's not that I don't love you and I don't want you to have a nice life. I just like I cannot be asked to deal with you dying. Okay, you're too valuable. I don't want to see you die. Yeah. So this will be obviously like a proper entrance here. I'm not exactly sure how it's gonna look, but something like this, like 4x4 ish. And then we'll build like a room back here. But I just wanted to actually have a proper entrance. And I didn't realize that I had infinite water in there. And if I did, I definitely forgot about it. So, yay me, I suppose. All right, well, I'm going to keep digging. And again, I also have to go 4 blocks down. So it's going to make our water a little different. And this whole system that we have is kind of bad. It does entity cram kill them, which is great. Because I just want the bones. But it would be nice to be able to like flick a lever and have a piston make it become like an XP farm. And, you know, kill them by hand. I feel like that would be a little bit better, right? And I do know a way to make them non-entity cram. You have to have them like climb a ladder or something. How did I do that? I think I remember how to do it. I don't know. We'll see. But this is not a big part of the video. This is just a little part. I just wanted to show you guys because I know you guys. I saw a comment that said, Neo, I've seen you build XP farms like a million times. I agree. They're kind of boring to film just because it's like the same thing. You make a box, you make the water flow. Not that big of a deal. But I am going to make this one look good. So, yeah. Okay, this is an active work site. Yes, very active. You must leave. Yes, I know. I'm very sorry, but this is an active work site. You got to go. I don't know how to get this chicken out of here. I guess we have a lead, and we could attach him to a lead to a fence, and maybe that would work a little better than us just telling him to leave. Let's see. We have a fence in here, a jungle fence. Sure. Okay, you're going to be attached over here until we get another name tag and call you Frank the Chicken. Come on. Get in here, man. Get in here, man. There you go. You are now a lead chicken. Don't get lead poisoning, though. Okay, well, we've made very good progress. Just wanted to give you a little update. Our base is like over there. You can kind of see our support pillar. And, yeah, we have this all dug out. I'll have to do one more layer at the bottom, I just realized, because this is going to need to be, you know, where the mossy cobblestone is in the floor. And this will be where our channel goes. So the issue is I dug this out, and now we're even with our channel. And it does go down like 4 more blocks. We're probably going to have to, like, make that room a little bit deeper, which is fine. It's not that big of a deal. But that is something that we're definitely going to have to do. So, yeah, just wanted to give you a little bit of an update. Things are looking good. And then on the outside, I did go ahead and do like a mossy stone brick on the corners just so that, you know, it's a little bit less just cobblestone box. We will fix it. On the outside, like I said, we're going to be able to like overgrow it with leaves and stuff. That's a big thing that I'm talking about when texturing is a lot of overgrowing leaves, vines, things like that. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in just a bit. Okay, so I thought it was a little bit boring that it was just like a plain cobblestone box. So I'm kind of going all out with it. And I had to go get more moss. Oh, no. Our pickaxe is going to go kaput very soon. But that's okay. If it breaks, we have like 20 more diamonds or something. In fact, it's going to break at the worst time. I just know it. So I'm going to preemptively go craft one. Hopefully we get a good enchant. We have 32 diamonds. My bad. Never mind. We just kept finding them. in yesterday's not yesterday, but in the episode before this one. And what do we just need like one piece of lapis? I don't know. I think it's one, but I don't want to like get in here and make it. I'll take unbreaking one. It's not efficiency one, but it's still something, and I didn't have to really do anything for it. I have gotten the sugarcane quite a few times, so I think this might be enough. We'll just have to see. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna finish doing this. I might do something else in here. I don't really know what the heck else I would do, but this definitely looks better than it did before. That's for sure. All right, we got the vacuum in my office, but look at this, guys. Look at this. It looks really good. I think so. Obviously, this is temporary. I did make it a little bit too big, so our like falling chamber is going to be. What in the world? Oh, I put the tennis ball on my other desk. It's actually my dad's old desk from college, and she crawled up on the desk to grab the tennis ball. Hazel did, my dog. Okay, so obviously there's not going to be light in here, so we'll be able to see a whole lot. But this is going to be like a whole viewing room over here. I've just got to kind of decide how I want to do that and like how that's going to look. So we'll figure that part out later. I mainly want to figure out how in the world we're going to reuse the killing chamber that we already have. And the honest answer is I don't think we can. So I guess we're going to have to make a new one. Now, to be fair, they don't need to be very far away. There's this preconceived notion that they need to be really far away. They only have to be outside of this wall right here. So they could technically be like on these blocks right here, right? Obviously, they'd have to fall a little bit, and I think we're okay. Let me verify that before I make it so close. But I'm fairly certain that's exactly what needs to happen. So give me a sec. Okay, yeah. So that is correct. So as long as they're just like in this spot right here, they will continue to spawn, which is crazy to me. I never thought that it was like that. But I can't remember when I learned that. I always thought you had to bring them like so far away from where the monster spawner is, but no, you really don't. So I'll build out a little area right here. We'll probably have to have like, you know, obviously we'll have to have water right there. And then we'll design something that works. I don't know why I keep removing this. I have to get in and out all the time. I'm going to need like something like some signs or something just easy to do. Just to block the water flow. And we should be good. I don't think we have any signs. I do have the moss that I need to put up in there. And then I can craft a few like jungle signs. Sure, I don't know why I have 62 sticks. I'm not going to overcraft here, I promise. We'll just make like 9 because I'm not exactly sure how many I needed. Probably just 2, but can't hurt to be safe, right? Can't hurt to be safe. And when I say I need signs, we're going to pick up this water here. Obviously, like, there's going to be 2 water sources. One right here and one right there. And then the water will flow to these blocks right here. So I'll have to take mossy cobble and we'll block it like this and like that. And then they'll just get pushed into a hole that's right here. That's pretty much it. So give me a little bit. Okay, so I'm just digging out the killing chamber, and it's going to be pretty big. So, right, it goes over here. It's going to drop them into this. We're going to have pistons, I believe. I guess it can just be 2 blocks high, but I've always done them 3 blocks high. Yeah, I mean, we can just have, like, pistons sitting, like, literally right here that'll extend with a block on them. And, well, I guess... I don't know. We'll figure something out. We might have to have it just so that we can have an entity cramming farm as well, so that we can get the bones if we were to like want to entity cram. I'm actually going to fill this back in not with the material we want because this is all going to be tinted glass around here, and that'll actually make it look really cool. I promise. I've done a couple of these in my day, so I'm not going to show a whole lot of it because it's just a ton of digging. But we'll have a pretty like kind of massive room under here, and yeah. So I'm just digging this out because like if I were to go behind the curtain over here, this is where our room is going to be. We'll do like 4 blocks high. We're going to have to fill in all the walls and such. And hopefully this will give you an idea. I'll make a slice of the room. So it'll be like a big room all the way around the spawner. And yeah, it'll feel really cool. We'll make it look like an ancient temple under here. I am super hyped for it. This is what I had envisioned since I started the world, is to have this dungeon spawner integrated into our base. We'll put some copper in here. We'll really, really go all out on this one for sure. So, yep, I'm going to probably go through this whole pickaxe by the time I come back. Well, the issue is that I don't have, I don't have enough moss with us. We're actually going to have to find a way to get out of here, ironically enough. And I guess we'll just put a water bucket down and a water bucket down, and then we'll know where those are, and we'll know to remove them, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know of a better way to do it. But we got to go all the way to our moss farm to get more moss. So I'm going to get to working on it. And when I feel like I'm in a good spot, I will come back and show you guys. But before we do that, I am curious how much amethyst is in this geode. Because I don't know. I did go in it briefly. But this is seriously super cool that we have a geode like right here in our base. I've never had one this close that I can recall. And if I have, I haven't needed the amethyst. So this is like a really nice thing. And look, all of this is grown because we've been sitting here so much. So this amethyst farm would like actually always grow, which is super cool. The one that's in that other cave, a little bit deeper in here, I don't know if it'll grow all the time. I would assume. And we definitely can like go check. But if you do this with fortune, like mine these with fortune, you get so much. So we could go ahead and like start to like, I guess, get a little bit of space dug out around it. But it's a pretty big undertaking to make one of these. We may do it in between episodes too, just because it's just a lot of digging. It's not really fun to like make an episode around just like digging out the space around amethyst clusters, but it can be kind of satisfying for sure. But yeah, I'll come back in just a bit. Give me a little bit. Yeah, and to be honest with you guys, this is a pretty small geode, and then it doesn't have a whole lot of like budding amethyst, which is fine. We have those other two. So I don't know if we'll really like make a farm out of this one, but it would be easier for sure because it's just not that big of an area. But yeah, it really doesn't have that many. I've found some giant geodes before that just like fill up your inventory. And those are pretty cool. Not that this one isn't cool. You know, you're still cool, Mr. Geode. I'm not saying you're not. I think it's okay to break that one. It's kind of hard to see, but some of these, like, you don't want to break them, obviously, because they're... I think those are all fine. I don't know why I'm continuing to break it. I'm out of here. Okay, and that should be enough, like, tinted glass. I don't remember exactly. I think the recipe is, like, 1 tinted glass, or 1 amethyst. Or maybe it's 4 amethyst per. I don't know. We'll go check the recipe in a sec. I keep doing this, where I put a block above where it can't be. So we'll put that block over there. And then, I was just trying to put my cow side up. I don't really know what to do about that, but I'll put a stair there. I know what to do, but I just don't know when I can get behind that wall again. I think it's like this, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so it gives you 2 per. Okay, we're gonna need we're gonna need a lot more than that, I think, right? Like 44 is not enough, but it's enough to get us started. This is just something that we'll obviously be able to farm. We have that whole other geode down there, so I'm not really too concerned about the amount. But yeah, this is definitely one of those tricky ones. Like, how the heck do you get behind this wall? I don't even have any more smooth stone to replace it. So maybe for now, we just kind of... I really wish I could get it. There's just no way. I mean, I could probably, like... I mean, really the only way is to go up here, right? And then, I guess... Oh, gosh. I don't know. Maybe I can... Oh... Just gonna break this one too, and then put that back, and then put that back, and then I have to fill in this wall, and I don't have... You know what? I can have some mossy cobble right there. It looks completely natural. There we go. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Unless we wanted to break it up a little bit and put a stone there. There we go. Okay, that looks more in line with the rest. But yeah, all that to say, the reason I went down there, well, I guess... kind of down and around. I needed to get more moss and cobblestone because I just don't have enough. And I have so much moss and I have so much cobblestone. So luckily, this is not really a problem. I just, you know, a logistics issue. I must go get some more. And, yeah, already cooking through most of it, which is fine. And when we need more cobblestone, we'll just keep on mining and keep on trucking down there in our mine. And we'll see what other cool things we uncover. Hopefully something interesting. Maybe another geode. You never know. You just never know. So let me get back to it. I get to go down here and remove these 2 water buckets, which I remember where they are, right here. And right... how did I get up to that one? Oh, right here. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to dig. See you in a bit. Yeah, so this is a... this is a lot of digging. And I don't think I'm gonna go all the way this deep around the other side. Maybe I will, but there's not really a super big point. Mainly the reason you do this is so that you can actually like grab all the drops. But if we just put hoppers here, it doesn't really matter. The reason you want it to be so big like this is so that entity cramming doesn't affect them. And so that's why I've always like made them so large. I know people have asked me like, why is your like a gathering platform so big. And that's really the only reason why. It's just, well, it looks really cool. And also, there's no entity cramming if you do it like this. So it works out well in that way as well, I guess. So I'm going to put some copper lights in here and stuff. Oh, super excited. I think I am going to make it as big this way as it is. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, no. 4, 5. Okay, well, at least this gravel is on this layer, so it's not like the end of the world, but it's definitely a little annoying. So we're going to have to dig out all this. Now, this poor pickaxe is going to be broken by the time we're done with this, because we still have to break out all of this, and this, and this, so that we can replace it with this. I don't know what we're going to do for the floor in here. Probably not mossy cobblestone, but just so, you know, I could give a visual representation. Okay, so I did, well, I guess I should probably show you guys. I did finish the room. Obviously, like, not all of it is done. I still need to put, like, the glass right here. This is just here temporarily. Before I realized how big this was going to be. And then I'm going to have to put mossy cobble on the walls, the ceiling. We'll figure out materials. I'm not too worried. We usually come out on top in terms of material choice. Hopefully that doesn't break the torch. No. We've got to go get more tinted glass. And luckily, we do have those extra geodes. And I'm hoping that they're growing when we're hanging out around our home base area. Hello, Frank. Hello, Scrappy. I wonder if they're friends. I mean, they're both birds. I guess, I wonder if they'd get along. I don't know. Chickens seem like maybe they're a little bit meaner than a parrot. But to be honest with you, I don't know if I've ever seen... Oi! Why are you guys on my wall? This is foreshadowing. This is like true foreshadowing. Dude, they're going to try to cross our wall once we build it. I wanted to do that in this episode, but this... Is that really all? That can't be all of them, but I don't know where the rest would be. Digging this little this giant dungeon area out has kind of killed the motivation for doing a wall, but maybe we'll do it later. We'll see. Maybe we'll take a break between those clips and we'll go build the wall, because the wall is going to have to be massive, dude. And I don't know if I want to top it with wood like that. First of all, lightning strikes can burn it down. Second of all, that would be a little bit messy when it starts going up the side of a hill. I think it's fine if we don't have any, like, spider protection, because that's really why I built that top area, was so that spiders can't crawl up it. I don't think I need to be, like, too concerned with that, right? Like, some spiders, I think it'll be okay. And yes, okay, so this is growing while we're in here. And then I haven't even broken into the other one. But you see how this geode is just, like, way bigger than that other one we had? Like, it's way bigger. So I'm going to get a bunch of amethyst in here. I'm not going to dig out the areas around here. I'm just going to go to this one, and then I'll go to the other one, and we'll look at how big it is together, because I've never been in that one. It'll be kind of exciting to check it out. Okay, so this one geode is giving us... I don't know, I need to pick all the stuff up. I just was pillared up. There should be a good amount. It should be enough to finish that, at least, for sure, because we got about half of it done with a smaller geode. Yeah. I mean, see, we already have, like, way more... Now, obviously, we can't use our cool copper path to get over there. We will eventually, like, build this out, because I imagine, I guess we'll need a good bit of amethyst, but I don't know. For right now, it is what it is. Well, let's go over there with just, like, a water bucket or something. I don't want to, like, break into the top of it. But I guess eventually these are going to be rooms anyways, you know? They're not going to be, like, together in the same way. Like, they're actually going to be in, like, their own little, like, separate rooms. Oh! What is that? Is this thing underwater, technically? Can I get in my swimming position? It is. Oh, that's cool. There's magma on top of it. Okay. Well, actually, this is fine. I think we can get in here. Like, let's get some breathing in real quick. We could go find a few, like, cheeky diamonds. I guarantee you would be in here somewhere. As long as there's more magma for us to breathe in. Nah, I don't see any more magma to breathe in, so I really don't want to drown. It's like a horrible way to go out. Oh. Perfect. Okay. So we'll literally just break in the top here. Hopefully this isn't a budding amethyst, right? No? No, it's not. Come on. Get me in here. This one is. There we go. So whenever this amethyst grows, it'll stop the water flow. But this one, oh, this is a full one. Like, fully encased. There's not, like, one half of it, like, cracked out. This is amazing. So this will be really, really nice for us to build, like, a room around. This is the one that'll, like, be worth it because it's so much. I really wish you could somehow, like, craft a budding amethyst Or even, like, you know, pick them up in some way. I know you could get a mod to do it or whatever, but that I don't like to go outside of the bounds of vanilla. I just feel like that would be so cool, because then you could make, like, really nice, like, farms. But then maybe they'd be too easy. I don't know, man. But I'll go ahead and gather all that I can, and I'll come back and show you how much it is. Okay, so everything has been gathered from this one, and we have a good bit. There's a good bit of amethyst. So I'll meet you guys back at home in the dungeon spawner with the tinted glass. So until then, I will see you guys later. As long as I remember how to get out of here. Yes, I do. We'll be good. Oh, okay, okay. I don't think that's the way we got out of. Yeah, like right. Oh, okay. All right. I think like right here, right? Pretty sure. Close enough. Maybe it'll remove a few torches in here, because we did, if you remember. Oh, I see a dark spot, but we did spend a lot of time lighting this up. I don't know if you may have missed that part of this episode, but not this episode, a previous one. That whole thing is lit up down there. It's incredible. Just because I was so afraid things were going to spawn. I don't know why. It spent like literally an hour doing that, but it was fun. Then our game crashed, but we still got 32 diamonds, so it was a win. Okay, so I probably made a little bit too much, but that's okay. Sorry, I was trying to put up all these special stone types. Calcite, flint, magma. Ooh, just say that's a special stone. I don't really know where else I like to put it, but this is quite a bit of glass. Tinted glass, that is. A little bit over 3 stacks. That'll be more than enough. Again, we're going to still have a viewing room up here. We'll dig that out. That'll be like the last thing we do, because it'll be like the most satisfying. But over here, this will go all the way around. And we'll still have to put like a slab or something, or maybe, yeah, we'll have to put like a slab under here just so that they can't shoot you. Because they'll be able to shoot you if you like crouch and you go like that, they can. But other than that, you should be somewhat safe in here. And I think this looks really good. Now, we could put like some stone brick on the corners in here. I think that would look super cool, just because it's so wide that I don't really care if we block like the corners. Plus, you get this back when you break it, which is super cool, and I forgot, and I was so sad when I accidentally broke a piece earlier. I was like, no, dude, don't get it back. But you do get it back. It's so weird that this is the only kind of glass that you, for some reason, get back when you break. I don't know if it was a bug and they just left it in, but it definitely doesn't really make sense. It shouldn't make the glass break noise. It make more of like a think thwunk sound or something when you break it. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna get to digging. We have all the mossy cobblestone here. We're about to need it, cause let's do the walls first. I'll start with this one. Okay, well, walls are done. I'm breaking out the floor. The pickaxe is almost gone, but luckily we won't have to break anything else out. I'm almost thinking that I want the ceiling to be... No, the ceiling cannot be one higher, can it? Nope, the ceiling is going to be this height. But I have to go in and, like, obviously fill in the floor, and we're going to need to go get materials for that. But now a big part of this is, like, how do we get in and out of it? I say we do, like, the room first, and then we figure that out. So we're going to just break a little block here. We're going to put a little water here. Not a big deal. Might just break a few torches. No skeletons can spawn. That's the only real concern, is if, you know, mobs spawn in here and trap me and kill me. Luckily, that's not a concern. So it should be okay. So I'm thinking for the roof, I want to do copper. Only issue is like, well, I've definitely filled that up. We don't have any overflow storage, which is kind of an issue. I don't know what to do about that, actually. To be quite frank with you, I'm not sure. Maybe we'll just, for right now, because we're probably going to need a lot more than that. It'll be okay. It'll be okay, I promise. We'll make it work. We could probably put up a little bit of this. I don't think we'll need all of that with us. And maybe take a little bit more. Put this in here. Put the gravel up. Put the flint up, which was in my inventory. Wow, we really don't have that many resources. We have more diamonds than we do iron. And, well, I was going to say coal, but we just got some digging that thing out. So for the floor, I want to use moss and jungle wood. Not grass like this, but moss and jungle wood like this. I thought it just looked cool. So if we don't have the jungle wood, which, okay, we do, we're going to go in there. We're going to, you know, break out all the jungle trees that are in there too. And then for the roof, I want to do copper. I think we have enough. We have this chiseled copper. We do have the main blocks, and the thing is whenever you chisel this, it like ×4 your blocks. So it's kind of sick. It does definitely give you quite a bit. So hopefully this will be enough to do that. So we have the walls, and then we probably just want like some more stone brick. Oh no, what are we doing? We gotta keep up with this. We'll come back up when the stone brick is done. Obviously we can't right now because, well, it's not done. It's gotta go through a little conversion phase here. I think we have a little bit down there, but it's just not quite very much. Let's see. We have how much? We got a little bit. Something to do a little something with, but not a lot. Next step is going to be filling in the wood and then going back in and filling the rest in with moss. So you guys kind of know the deal. I'm just going to make the floor random. I'm not going to make you watch it. Sorry if that's something you really wanted to watch me do, but probably never do it. The trick is just not think and just start placing blocks. Yes, you'll mess up a few times, but it's okay. As long as it looks like random. That's all that matters. You know, sometimes do that maybe even, but it always feels a little weird if we have like too many. Something like this, right? And then you go back in, you fill it with moss, and it looks like... So one of my real life friends who's an engineer just sent me a picture. He's redoing the flooring in his house, and you know, he has all the flooring in his garage. He wanted to save a little bit of money, but he also just likes doing stuff himself. And so he set a budget for however much he was going to spend, and then he got like a quote, and then he realized I could just buy all the materials and buy like the top of the line flooring and do it myself. Now, keep in mind, he has no experience with this. He is an engineer. He's a mechanical engineer. He's a really smart guy, but he's never done flooring. He just sends me a picture, I just got a text from him, of the spreadsheet he made on his computer to calculate the plank spacing. And I'm like, do you think that's how the flooring guys are doing it? He's like, I know what he's going to say. He's no, but this is how an engineer does it or something. I just think it's so funny. He's an incredibly smart guy, so I'm sure he'll figure it out. But like, flooring is not something I would do. I did try to redo the caulking in my shower, and I ended up eventually getting it okay. But dude, it was this is a struggle. I remember Lauren was trying not so hard to not hurt my feelings. And she's like, is that how it's gonna look? After I got done with it, and I was like, I mean, yeah, what do you mean? And then I went back in there and looked at it, and I guess I didn't realize in the moment how bad it looked. It looked horrible. And so I ended up fixing it. I just took like a utility knife and just kind of, I fixed it. It was clean and dirty, but I fixed it. Now it looks okay. It looks better than it did before I fixed it. I hesitate to say it looks great, but I don't know. I wasn't even trying to save money. I just went in there one day and I was like taking a shower, and I was like, I want to clean the shower. So I cleaned the shower, but I used like a really hard brush. And that hard brush, I guess, like originally they had like used grout on like the corner. So like let's pretend this is a shower, guys. Okay, we are now in the shower. These corners right here, you see these corners? You don't grout these, okay? You can grout between the tiles like this. So between these like blocks right here, you can add grout right there. But whenever you stand on your floor pan in your shower, it flexes a little bit. So if this right here is grout, which is like a hard kind of concrete filler between like substrate, between like blocks, let's say blocks, it'll crack over time. And you also don't want to do it in the corners because heat will expand it. But for some reason, if it's like, in these like seams right here, it's okay. But for some reason, whoever built the house put grout in there. And so I was like, okay, I got to fill it in with silicone caulking. And I've never done it before, but scraping out that like concrete like material was not fun. That whole project, it took me like 6 hours. And usually, if you're, if you're somebody who does that for a living, that's maybe like an hour job, maybe 2 hours if, something bad happens. But having to scrape out the grout and then actually like getting to the actual part of the job, yeah. It was definitely an interesting experience. So I am curious, how do you craft and I realized I'm starting to feel a little tired. I'm starting to feel a little like run down. I chug some water. I'm back at it, bro. Like, what is wrong with me? I don't get thirsty, but then my body starts acting up. Like, what is that? Shouldn't I have some innate desire to like drink as much water as humanly possible? Like, isn't that a thing all people are supposed to have? Where is that for me? And why don't I have it? How do I get that? I'd love that. Please. Okay, so how do I make a copper light? I don't even know what they're called. Oh, copper bulb. Oh, my bad. My bad, man. How do you make a copper bulb? Okay, we're not making that. we don't have any blaze rods, and I am not about to go get the... but I'm going to need them, man. I'm going to need them, man. I don't know. Maybe end up going there and getting a little copper rods. I don't know, dude. We'll see. We'll see. Do we have any excess tinted glass? Okay, we do. We're going to need that for our observation room. So I like this. I think this is, you know, neat and all. I just don't know how repeatable this pattern is. Like, so if we do, like, boom, 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 and then did a copper, and then boom, 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 boom. Okay. Okay. Then a normal one, and then boom, boom, boom. And then boom, 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 boom. And then there's not 2 block space between it, is there? Okay. So we're not going to do that. I think we'll just keep it in the middle. We'll be fine. That way I also don't have to remove any blocks. And I think it'll look just fine. Not super concerned about it. This is not like, again, like something that is do or die. But I think if we kind of connected them, it would look cool anyways. Okay. So something like this. All the way across, and then we'll fill in the rest with the other copper. I think the copper is such a cool block to build with. I had never in my life built with it. I thought it was ugly, but it would look really good with the acacia wood, wouldn't it? Right? Like if you did like a roof with it, maybe we should do that in here. I've never done that before, like I just said, but maybe we should. I don't know. It could be cool. I want to put some copper grates. A few spots in here. I know it's like super dark, but the torch that I'm holding provides the light that you guys are seeing. And I'll have to go in there and remove like this right here. I'll have to break out. And then I'll probably go in there inside and actually make that copper too. Otherwise it's going to look a little weird. There's like only copper in one spot in here. But this is looking really nice. And I'm glad I skipped the boring part of like digging it out. I don't know why. I used to film like the whole process, and I don't think that was super interesting to watch. And this is also not centered, and it's just absolutely killing me. Like, this is just not... Like, and it's not centered because it's, like, off or something, or I built it wrong. It's just, this is not... Like, this pattern will not work here. So I'm going to break it all out and then figure something else out, because that just is not going to work. So give me a little bit. Okay, so that's filled in. We have all the walls done. And like I said, before I do anything more, I want to go in here... I'm going to have to break this for just a second. Water will flow, but then we'll stop it. I want to make, you know, the entire roof out of copper. So we're going to break this out too. And then I will be back and we'll figure more stuff out. Okay, there we go. Now it doesn't look weird. Yeah, that's sick, dude. Okay, now how can we make this even cooler? Well, first of all, we need a way to like get in here, you know, observe the action. There's currently no way for us to get in here, and that's a little weird. And I think what I'm gonna do is, I guess it wouldn't make much sense to do it. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna line it up. I'm not gonna leave this here. I just need to like line this up. We're gonna make our entrance like over here. Now I don't know where in the house we're going to like connect all of this, but we'll figure it out. That's kind of the joy and the fun in this, is I don't know exactly where this is, or like how high up we need to go, but maybe we should dig a little pilot like test staircase before we do anything else, because like I said, I have no idea where I need to go. So I'm just gonna kind of, you know, do a little bit of digging, just a little bit, and you know, we may want like a little bit of a room back here before we do the digging, like, or before we do the staircase that goes in here. So we'll just pretend that I dug out that whole room. Based on where I am, like, the spawners are here. I think if we come up, like, around over here. So let me actually dig out the whole room, right? And then we'll pretend that, like, right, I have, like, a 2-wide staircase, maybe, like, over here. Okay, where would we end up? So pretend the stairs are, like, right there, right there. Let's just go up for a second and see where we are. Because I don't want to dig up in the middle of our floor. That might look a little odd. I prefer to like somehow end up in a wall. Okay, this is not looking good. We've already gone too far. Yep, that's This doesn't feel great. I don't know where we are, but it ain't our house. Oh no, maybe no. We are in our house. We're just in the middle of the floor. we're just in the middle of the floor. Okay, let's think. So I definitely don't want to, like I said, have the staircase just be in the middle of the floor. Let's sleep too, because it's dark. Yeah, we've done quite a bit. I wanted to show you how many times I've slept, but I guess it only puts that there whenever you move beds. Let's put up this coal so that we can pick up the dirt that we broke, or the moss. Where's the moss? I need the moss. Oh, I got it and then I threw it on the ground. Our pickaxe is so close to toast. We might as well just make another pickaxe while we're up here. What's something we can put up? But we probably don't need. We probably don't need this many copper grades. But what we do need is 3 diamonds and 2 sticks to make a pickaxe. We also don't need these chests with us. We just got those temporarily. And then we need some lapis for the greatest enchant ever. Give me efficiency 1 and breaking 1. Yes! Efficiency 1 and breaking 1. Let's go. Dude, I called it. Did you guys see that? I definitely called it here. Then we'll make sure to use that broken one first. We also do not need all this wood. So yeah, like I was saying, definitely just don't want the staircase here, like at all, to be like in the middle. I just think that's just kind of a stupid idea. So let's just fill it back in with cobblestone. It's okay. If we ever need to like go back in here for some reason, we can always fill in the materials with something else. But I think this will be, I think it'll be okay if we don't go right there. So maybe if we have another way to get down in here, and maybe it's through the observation room up above. I'm thinking that's kind of gonna be our key to success here. So let's just fill this back in. Just pretend it didn't happen. It was not here. You did not see anything. This was just, it was all a dream. I could have just cut it out completely, but it's always nice to know. Okay. Yep. Oh, yep. Just, okay. Just, when it rains, it pours. You place down your bucket, then, okay. I don't have any cobblestone. I actually don't have any. I have mossy. It's okay. Like it never happened. Okay. So where's our observation room going to be? It's going to be... Let's actually go up... I can't... Oh, I do have one other bucket of water. Okay. Yep. That seems about right. We'll go up here. Did I end up marking anything on there? I don't think so. I forget that you can right-click a sign now and write on it. It's kind of cool. So where's our observation room going to be? Well, it's going to be this whole area over here. So... Let's just dig this out. Am I lagging from the cows? Yeah, because it's like it's okay over here, but I start to look over there, and it's like my FPS goes to like below 60 just because of the cows. Let's go murder some cows. I mean, move the cows from one dimension to another. Yep, we're going to go with that phrasing. There's too many. They've all grown up now, surely. And like I said, I don't need more than what is in there. That will be more leather than I ever need. I'm going to leave a healthy population of them because I'm just going to let them roam free in our area. I wish I could make them make less lag, but it's okay. Maybe if they're more spread out. But guys. This is so many cows. Do I feel bad when I do this? Oh, definitely. But it is what it is. It's also probably quicker just to... Okay. They're pushing me around. Oh my god, the lag. I was honestly going to do it until it quits lagging. I'll be back in a bit. This is going to take a while. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think this is enough of them gone where it's not lagging, and if it is, it's in... Like, it's just so little that it doesn't matter. There's still so many in here, right? There's still a lot in here. But we did get, like, so many stacks of beef, which, like I said, I don't eat the beef. And a lot of people are getting really upset with me, but I don't eat the beef, man. In real life, I love steak. It's one of my favorite foods, but in the game, it's just too good. And maybe we'll keep it just because it's not, the end of the world. If we ever, need an emergency food source and we've got to eat it, we got to eat it. I still love this sun up here, dude. I think it's so cool. The sun for my son. Something like that. It does look cool, though, right? Like, I think so. Let's get this steak put up. And I don't know why. I guess I wanted to kill them because of the lag. I think that was what was causing the lag. I don't know what else would cause lag, man. I have no idea, but I think that was it. There's no room in here, so we'll just start to put it in here. We'll need to like expand our chest storage at some point. A lot of this was for books, yes. So I could go ahead and like actually start to do some of that now, just so we have the bookcases and we don't have to worry about making them later. For some reason, books aren't appearing, but I definitely know this is how you make a book. So why don't? Oh, because we're on the second page. Okay, my bad. I always blame the game sometimes for things that are totally my fault. Just a little bit more sugarcane. See, like I said, you just don't need that much sugarcane. Oftentimes you end up making way more than you need. And then you just end up with a bunch of sugarcane. Unless you're going to make a bunch of cakes. In which case, power to you. But that's definitely not us. We're not making a bunch of cakes here. But now we have 58 bookshelves. Way more than we need. But we're going to be making that area look super cool. We'll do that in another episode for sure. We will put our books in our rare chest. Because I'd say they're a rare material. All of that was to do what again? What were we doing? I just get so sidetracked. We went up here. We're going to do the observation room, right? And I said my pickaxe is about to break or something, right? I can't quite remember. I honestly don't know. But it'll have like a 1 block gap around the edge, potentially. Maybe not. Maybe like this. It's going to be pretty big. And the entrance obviously will be like over here. And it'll be kind of just open in our house. I'm not going to have like some big hidden area. Ooh. Well, this is like the world over there. Interesting. Well, maybe we could have a little copper window or something. That could be kind of cool. Yeah, I think that might actually be a little bit neat. Dare I say, very neat. Well, the efficiency 1, you can actually feel that, can't you? That's like a lot faster. I think it would be cool to have a little copper, like, observation tube. I'll show you what I mean. Because it'll be connected to this, so it won't look bad. It's not like we're removing too much or anything. I think we can actually put that one piece of dirt back. No, we can't. We can't put that back because it's going to have to be broken. Okay, please tell me we have some stone brick with us. We don't. But, hey, it's melted in there. Man, it's actually like a lot quicker, which is crazy. We'll break this out as well. And we can leave that grass up there. Which honestly, since it's a little bit like disconnected, we'll like fill it in. I don't know if that's necessary, but it'll look good. Sure, I'll tell myself it'll look good. The reason I'm saying that is because this grass will be growing over our like observation tube thingy. And then let's go grab ourselves a little bit. Will the grass spread to this? Well, if not, we'll like break 1 block and we'll just move it over. Sure. Okay, so the stone should be in here. We can make the stone brick with this. Bada bing, bada boom. The stone brick is in the room. I think that's right. Okay, okay. Well, luckily for us, we could just go over here to grab our moss. It's just right over yonder. It's gonna be dark, so we're gonna sleep out in the wilderness. We need a way to get from our house to our moss farm, don't we? Wouldn't that be kind of cool? But currently, we just kind of break in the ceiling every time, and that's no way to get in and out of a building. No way. So we'll get our moss in the morning. Get a little stretch in. Okay. Let's get this moss over here. We don't have as much inventory space as I like. We can throw away some cobblestone. We have so much of it. I'm not going to throw away that. We have a lot of that. And throw away the coal. Sure. Is what it is, man. Sometimes things got to go. We don't have that much moss. Okay. Well, apparently we've used all the moss that we had. Oh, dang it. I didn't realize. No, the top chest. Shouldn't it still be full? Yes, because stuff doesn't flow out of the top chest because of the way the hoppers are. It'll just go into like the bottom chest in the row. But since that one was there first, I don't know why I went back in there that way when I literally am going to run out over here. I still got to put like the overgrown like growth, all this stuff. And yes, I know these all the trees are temporary, man. We've been overgrown. We need to take care of our lawn like I did a few days ago. I was mowing in the dark. I had a headlamp on. The headlights on my tractor are just not bright enough at all. Not even close. I don't even know. It's kind of comical why they're even there. They like literally barely do anything. Maybe they're just for looks, but like looks on a tractor? I mean, like we try like, I mean, it doesn't ever really look good. But hey, I don't know. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Huh? Yeah. Okay, so like I said, a little like observation tube over here. I'm going to like maybe, I don't know where exactly our line is going to be. Probably like around here. Go ahead and fill this in with grass. Right, and then this will be the corner. It'll go up to here like this, and then this will go back. I don't know where this is going to end. I don't know. I'm just going to put it right here for now, but to be honest with you, I'm pretty sure the observation, I don't know. I'll have to change the materials in here at some point, but for now, just to get the point across, do I have, yeah, I have the copper grates with me. Like I said, just a little like observation tunnel thing. I don't know. Just a cool idea I had just randomly. This, for some reason, is not working in my head. What are you? Oh. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. Unless we moved it over a little bit. Do we even need that there? Guess we don't have to have that there. But as long as we put it here, it'll be fine. It's on 3 of the 4 sides. Okay. And then fill it in. Now a little copper observation tunnel. Of course, we'll have to fill in the floor in here, but that's like beside the point. Let me make sure I have 2 water buckets. And then we can go ahead and fill this in. And I've just got to get to breaking. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Like I said, this is going to be kind of a big project. Just got to break out a big area. No fun to watch. Okay, so since you've seen this last, you can see I've dug out quite a few things. And I think it's a good thing, right? It means we're going to actually like have a decent little area in our base. So we'll be able to like access it over here. We'll be able to see it. I almost wish it was like a little bit more accessible, but you know, we could always make it bigger. It's just we do have this like little part jutting out, but it does look like, you know, it's just missing some in that direction and that direction. And I'm sure it will get there eventually. But like these right here are going to be stairs, and then those same for that. I guess, I mean, we've been using oak stairs for everything else, so I don't really see the harm in using oak stairs. We don't really use oak for anything else. We don't use oak fence. I mean, I guess the oak ladders are the only other like oak thing. But then you go up here and you could go to your observation area, you know, just to check out how Mr. Sheep's doing, or check out how the desert's doing. I don't know. It's more just for aesthetics. Or you come over here to the giant observation area. Now, obviously, I still have a lot of digging to do, so let me get back to it. But didn't want you guys to feel like you were in the dark. You come back and I have this like, giant thing dug out, and you're like, what? Yeah, I'm having a great time here with the gravel pocket that decided to be right above exactly where I'm trying to dig this out. Look how much gravel though we're gonna get. Nobody's excited about getting gravel. There's nobody. But yeah, look at all this. Look at all this amazing, beautiful. I mean, look how beautiful it is. Such a beautiful block, but it, you know, it's not difficult to deal with. If you torch method it, it's pretty quick. And I saw comments that you guys said on Bedrock, it's a little bit more difficult because you guys can't, you know, have a torch in your offhand, which is such an odd thing that you can't do. I don't know. Bedrock always boggles my mind. I don't understand. I get why people play it, you know, because they might not have a PC capable of playing Minecraft or whatever, but nowadays, like, even like a $200 or $300 computer can probably play, which is the cost of a console, can probably play Minecraft. So, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, I thought it was weird that you guys couldn't. It just makes me sad, man. I wish everybody could do it. Then you could collect sand and gravel so much easier. But yeah, this project, it was just something I was going to do just really quick. And it's been like 3 hours now. And I've just been digging and digging and digging. And I still have so much more digging to do. So much more. Because I want to make sure that the ceilings are like the same height and everything. And it's just been a whole ordeal, man. It has been a whole ordeal. So I'm going to get back to it. You want to see something funny? I was trying to figure out what this line of cobblestone was. This is our original room where we were collecting, you know, the bone drops and such. Definitely interesting that, you know, this will be like a deprecated door. I don't really know where that will lead. Maybe it's a maintenance tunnel for something old. But yeah, I thought it was weird that we're like digging this out because, you know, the floor is going to need to be a different material. I don't know which material yet. But I know it's got to be something. And I've like dug out like, you know, where the walls are going to go and such. We definitely have a lot of mossy cobble and we can mix other things in there. I recognize that there's like cracked, variants of like at least stone brick. I don't think there's anything you can do, yeah, with this, but with, at least the stone brick, you know, okay, I think you've got to do this. Nope, you got to do this. How do you make the cracked stone brick? Can you not make cracked stone brick? Maybe, hold on. Okay, well, apparently you have to smelt the stone brick. I don't know if you can, I don't know. That's such a weird thing that you have to smelt it, really, to get that. That would take so much more, like, resources to get. It makes it really expensive, but I guess it's really rare? Kind of? Like, it's not rare, but I feel like that's a little bit too much work for what you're getting. But hey, maybe not. Maybe I'm just a big complainer, but I feel like that's a lot just to get some brick. But I don't know. It is what it is. Okay, I'm going to get digging. Okay, so for in here, I think I'm going to go with the same floor. I know this looks crazy, but it's all dug out. This up here, I'm just going to fill in with, like, you know, something. I don't know. Fill it in with, like, a torch or something, just so it isn't, you know, spawning things up here. Okay, but yeah, we'll do the same kind of floor, right? And this whole thing here is going to be a big tinted glass. Whoa. Oh, I'm trapped. There's actually an iron door here, but this whole area is a little silly now, but we'll leave it for historical purposes. Not because I don't want to fill it in. No, it's historical. It's historical, dang it. So we'll fill all of this in. I'm not sure why I ended up breaking out that. That's kind of odd. I'm probably going to go fill that back in real quick. But yes, this all up here will be a giant window. So we'll be able to see into the spawner. Now, obviously, there won't be those torches there because, you know, that would kind of defeat the whole purpose. We also need a way to get down there. And we could probably just do like a little entrance right over there. There's a bunch of like cool ways we could do it, but I think that might be like the simplest way. You know, Occam's razor, you know, the simplest way is the best way. I don't know. I think that might be the best way. We'll just kind of have to play with it, but this is definitely the most integrated I've had like a spawner in my house. Like this is really, really cool. So let's put up some stuff like the copper I have not used in a while. Go ahead and just put that up. Go ahead and take out some moss. And we're going to need a little bit. And we'll go ahead and take out some jungle wood because we're going to need a little bit. And, you know, not too much. We're going to need a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's go ahead and do this floor up here first. Just because I feel like this has been bugging me. So we'll just kind of randomly put it there. And then randomly put this there. And there you go. And then you have a floor. And this wall right here, we'll do that later. I do the wood first. I don't know why. But that's just the way I've always done the pattern. So if you do the pattern one way, you should probably continue doing it the same way forever. Just random. I love this floor, though. I don't know why. It just seems like really nice to me. Okay. It might be a little bit too much wood, like in the middle. I don't know. There we go. Much better. But definitely texturing your floors is just a good way to make them look good. There's a few spots that I put them where I probably don't need, like I don't need this here because that wall's going to be there. But I did make sure and like actually dig out the walls as I was doing this, just so that I wouldn't have to do a bunch of extra work. But now it's already kind of coming together now that we have a floor in here. It's obviously a little bit dark, but we'll deal with that later. I'm going to make the executive decision for now because I'm going to be adding a bunch of stuff in here. I'm completely comfortable. Why is this in there? That should not be in there. That should be in there. Maybe we want those. I don't know why we have these, but I think at some point I was planning on adding some like decorations down in the spawner. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we definitely have enough mossy cobble to fill the walls. And then the ceiling we'll probably end up doing copper, just because that's what we've been doing. Only question is, do we have enough? Yeah, we have enough. Not super confident in that, but I think we have enough. And I think is close enough to, yes, we have enough. Kind of. We'll see. Okay, the ceiling in here. I guess the wall is going to have to be extended up a little bit. That'll be interesting. Maybe we can have like a skylight over there. I don't know. Let's get the walls done first. So let me build the walls real quick and I'll come right back. Bruh. That's a great game, Bo. Bloons Tower Defense in general, like TD5 is great. Pretty much any Bloons Tower Defense is pretty dang good, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big Bloons guy. What does that have to do with what I'm doing? Well, nothing. But I did finish with this, partially. There's a few things like that we're gonna have to change. Like obviously, like it's just a big room and there's just a bunch of copper there. But you got to keep in mind there's gonna be a little bit of a divider there. This wall is a little strange, but like I said, I think there's room for me to do things that I wouldn't normally do in a house. So like for instance, we could have like a little, I don't know, I'm not sure, like a little fun area. Does that make sense? Like a little fun area? Oh yeah, there's just so much fun here, man. Just like a little, oh, I don't know actually, because there's not really room. Maybe a little window. Yeah. We could do a little window here, right? There's always room for a little something. I'm not saying it's got to be the greatest looking thing in the world, you know. The thing is people get caught up like, oh, my build doesn't look good, or oh, my build doesn't do this, or my build doesn't do that. Guys, it's your build. If you like it and you enjoy it, you go for it, man. You don't have to. You're just not some invisible committee out here judging each and everything you build. Now, I have an audience, so I feel like I'm required to build to some degree, but I don't end up often doing so. But I always feel like, there's a little bit of pressure, but not in a bad way. It pushes me to do a little bit more than I normally would. So maybe if you want to make a world, just upload it to YouTube and, see if anyone watches it. I don't know. It's kind of what I did. It ended up working out okay. It did. Yeah, just like a little window right there is cool. And then, of course, trim it up with this, which, to be honest with you, is going to be the entire thing. But that's not the point. It's mine, and I like it. Okay. Well, something like that. Not bad, right? Not bad. Then we go in here, and now there's a little area, and, oh, a nice little bit of light here. Oh, that looks so nice. What if we went in here with a little bit of moss? A couple of leaves. I don't have any of those. I don't have any of those, but I'm not going to talk about it. Let's just grab a little bit of these. A little bit of these, a little bit of that. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, and then maybe some copper trapdoors, right? Just a few. We have so many, we might as well add them. But before we go in there, let's do a little leaf, like right there, and maybe a little flower here, and a little tree there, sure, and then just to spice it up a little bit. Yeah, looking good. And then maybe, we have a lot of that we never really use, the wildflowers. This stuff goes in there. So just, sprinkle a couple little flowers here and there. Sure. There we go. Nice window, right? I mean, that's nice. Like, it's just a little something. And we'll bring this line down because otherwise it'll look a little weird. And, ooh, there's a little spot up here we missed, but not a problem. Not a problem at all. I think on the outside, by the way, right there is definitely a spot, a little pain point we're going to have to look at. But now we can go ahead and, like I said, that area looked a little weird, so that looks good to me. We got to fill in the tinted glass. We've also got to make the spawner actually work, which I know it's not currently working, but we'll get there. We will get there. I'm going to clean up my inventory because I've just done so many things that I just have like just a plethora of blocks that I don't necessarily need right now. So I'm going to just do that. Clean up my inventory. Okay, see, that's how that keeps happening, because I usually just have like a moss chest and I put all the mossy type stuff in there. And well, that's not really the case here. We just kind of have a separate chest. I love that there's going to be copper fence, copper chains, copper bars. There's going to be so much cool stuff that I'm excited to see. Hopefully it comes out sooner rather than later. Also, it gives us more stuff on the server to do, which is cool. But I really do hope so. And also, if we wanted to trim these up a little bit, maybe can these exist in the same block? Okay, no, they cannot. Okay. My bad, Mr. Iron. I didn't mean to disturb you here, good sir. There's just not a lot we could really do with that to make it look better. Aside from just outright removing it, right? Like I said, I don't think this is going to grow. So we might as well just take one moss. We don't have silk touch yet, but that's perfectly fine. Also, oh, there is stone in here. Oh, a nice day. How does this look in the rain? This, I'll admit's a little odd. Not really sure, but it does work out. Does work out, I suppose. Let's sleep. I think it's a good point to sleep. It's been a really good episode. We've done so much amazing stuff this episode, which is nice. Usually I feel like in an episode we don't get that much done. Now I keep skirting around the fact I don't know how to get down to our spawner. Like if we were to dig straight down like right here, like where are we? I know we're in it, but where? Okay, so we're right at the edge. That's actually a good pilot hole that I dug. That's actually really helpful for me. I'm going to take the tinted glass, which we may not have enough of now that I look at it. I'm going to go back up. And like I said, that really is an excellent spot to have like visibility to. So we know that the edge of this room is actually... Oh, wait, what? The edge of this room is the edge of that room, which means we could do a few things, namely a nice staircase. So that is really good to know, actually. Kind of glad that I dug that. I don't know if this is enough tinted glass, but if it's not, we can always break it up with something and do like a little... I'm not too sure, but we could break it up with something. Some other material, because this may be a lot of tinted glass anyways. Nah, this is definitely enough. Some would say more than enough. I feel like that's a little too generous. And we can make this thing work. It's just, if we do, we've got to be super quick about how we react. So we have to break this one, this one, this one, this one. Put this down. They're going to shoot us. We can get out. Okay, but we've got to go down there. And we don't have a... Oh, we have a water bucket? And put this there and this there. Okay, and now we're safe. And they should fall in. Why is there a water bucket there? I'd like a refund, please. Give me my refund. Yeah, I'll fix that in a second. Okay, buddy. Sometimes water, I feel like it decreases where... Not decreases, but it like goes away quicker sometimes than other times. I don't understand it, really. We do get this back, by the way, so it's not the end of the world. The bigger... Oh, okay. This would be really easy, actually. Can I just... I don't know which water block it is. Yeah, you guys can shoot at me for a moment. Is there even... I don't even know if there's a water block there. I think this might just be one of those... it was there because other water was there at some point, and so it's Minecraft being Minecraft. Dude, I'm such a goober. I'm such a goober, bro. Like, really? I was like, where's the water at, man? I don't know. I have no idea. Where's this mysterious water? Gee, I wonder. Oh, they're all missing. Look at that. For once, they're missing? No way. Okay. So now we can just, like, watch this spawner work, which is super cool. Can we not see the glowy stuff through the tinted glass? Must be an Optifine thing. I'm not too sure. But hey, at least we can like see a spawner. Yeah, that's super cool. And let's go see if it works. I'll put this here just to... Yep, they're just hanging out here. Let me get my glass and stuff. Thank you. You guys have fun in there. I just figured we might as well activate it since we're going to be around here building anyways. Like, it doesn't really hurt us to do, so... Might as well do it. Okay, see what I mean? Sometimes it falls so quick, and other times it's pretty slow. So if we do something in the wall here... I feel like we can get a pretty decent staircase down. And I say, like, oh, why gravel? Why is there so much of you here? But also, we could make so much of a larger storage room if we were to just break these chests and go into this wall. It's kind of a large undertaking, but... We could have a whole other area in our house that's over here. And I think that might be kind of the move. So let me break out a big old area, and then I'll be right back. It's going to be a pretty big area. But then we'll have like a second floor, and then we can do our staircase, and it'll be nice. It'll be nice. I think it's about time that we finally have a larger area in our base anyways. This was nice for a long time. But at the current moment, it's not working too good. Well, there was a lot of levels built up in there. We'll leave the wall, like, on this block right here. But this whole area will just be majorly expanded. Like, major. This is like big home construction here. Okay, I'll be back in a bit. Bro, I've gotten so much cobblestone. And this area is like, we're going to have so much more area for chests, which is nice. But this is such a big, I guess this is kind of kaput, right? Like there's no point in having this here anymore. We'll just pretend that this is like a solid wall here. Why do I have a new recipe from a, I guess because I'd never picked up a, I couldn't tell you. On that front, I couldn't tell you. I guess I've never technically picked up a copper door, but I have. I've crafted them and placed them, but I haven't picked them up. I guess that is actually exactly the reason. Okay, so I'm going to break out the entire floor in here, break out the walls. You guys kind of know the deal. I have done so much digging. We've almost gone through 3 entire diamond pickaxes in one episode, which is kind of wild. I'm going to need grass in here, so I'm going to... I think dirt is here. Yeah, here. I'm going to need to bring grass in here, so we're going to just kind of start like that process. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave this entire thing as grass. And then as time goes on, just for maximum spreadage, as time goes on, we'll mix in the moss and have the same kind of floor. That way it just like leads into here, because otherwise that'd be a little bit weird. And then as for this, we'll have like a little wall made with like some... I have no inventory space. Maybe made with the copper trap doors. That could be kind of cool. I'm just trying to think of materials that I have. I was going to originally use like waxed copper gates, but that almost felt a little odd to do. But this is kind of cool. Just have like a little like, you know, it's not really a wall, but a little fence just to say, hey, you know, don't fall off the edge here and die, please. That would not be good. And I'm sure we can just kind of, okay. Thank you for cooperating here. Very, very... Oh, we have a lot of skellies in here. You guys hear that? You guys hear all them skellies? That's the thing, is this thing will work the entire time that we're in here. Okay, maybe we don't need that bottom one. See, that's kind of cool. I like that. Let's go see how many skeletons we actually have down here. Oh my goodness. That's a lot. That's a lot of bones, man. And we'll just keep letting this bad boy build up. So we're going to go back up here. I'm going to make sure I'm at the top before I put the next water. If I don't torch it. Oh, no. Okay. See, what is going on with the water here, man? I feel like I'm getting scammed. Maybe it's because it's a one wide column. I don't know. I'm just very ready to have a staircase and to not use a water bucket to get up and down. But this is going to look so cool. I'll have to move all this stuff. It'll take a while, but it is what it is. Okay. Give me a bit here. I gotta break out the walls. We already have the ceiling broken out, which is nice because we can't break it out any higher because that's our tunnel that goes back, you know, to the second floor staircase. But this whole house is like really cool. This might be my favorite house I've ever built. I think it's already, I already like it more than the underground one. Sorry, underwater one. And I don't know why. I think it's just because it has a dungeon like right next to it. A number of reasons, but I gotta get back to work. Quit distracting me, guys. Come on. I'm trying to work here. Okay, so I think what I should do is I should kind of pre-plan where we're gonna put the chests. I don't want to have too many chests, so I'm okay with them being like facing. Like, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4 by 6. That's 24. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10, 15, 20. Yeah, it's funny is we can fit more in that space than you could if you put them out the other way. I don't want to have too many because when you have too many, it starts to lag. And I really don't want it to like lag every time I'm in my base. I wish the item frames didn't cause lag. Like it's just really weird that that's like a thing, but it is what it is. Like I said, we're probably going to put them like in here. Right, so I need to break this wall out again, and then I need to actually break these blocks too. If I had glowstone, I'd put the glowstone behind here. I know we have the nether and stuff, but there's just nowhere easy to get glowstone. Like, there's just not any simple spots. But yeah, we'll be putting our chests like back in here, and we'll put them like sideways. We'll have to break out this as well. So a lot of breaking, but it's for a really good cause. It really is, and we're not going to put them all the way up there. That's too high up. Ceiling is going to be... the waxed cut copper, because we just have a lot of it, and I just kind of like how it looks. I don't know exactly how it's going to work with, like, the whole, like, base. I guess we'll just do it, like, over... Oh, we'll kind of just... Okay. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. We'll just continue on, like, on this level right here, I suppose. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. That's not really, like, make it or break it. Something like this. And I don't think I'm going to have enough. I may have to go down there, which is fine. And grab some more. We could use slabs, which I think we will if we put the chests up against the wall. But yeah, we definitely don't have enough, and we don't, like, just have any more copper. I mean, we have this, but I don't really even think that would be enough. Maybe we could finally mix in the chiseled copper. It's just I don't think we'd have enough to do that. It would definitely break this area up. I just don't know. I guess you do get 4 of these per block, so maybe it's worth just smelting those real quick. Probably is actually worth smelting those. So let's do that. We'll put it on the moss so it doesn't go away. And we'll just smelt up the copper. And by the time we're done, I'm sure most of it will be done anyways. Bruh. Sure. Alright. Be back. Okay. So most of the preparations are complete. I can't fill in this part of the wall because it's like part of our base. Which is fine. It doesn't really matter. Won't be a big deal. I didn't want to fill it in and like not be true to like the whole cave base thing, and I don't know, it just felt weird. Wow, that's not very many. But no, it does multiply, so we do get 24. But that's why I'm saying I think it's much more efficient to just, like, go and get them from the trial chambers. I at least want to fill them up to the wall. Okay, we do have enough. This will just be 9 more. Okay, just barely by the skin of our teeth did we have enough. And I love how I'm just gonna start putting more into here, even though we're gonna move them in 2 seconds, because I need inventory space. And my inventory is just not being too friendly. We're going to have to get... Oh, we should have saved some leather, man. We're going to need more item frames, aren't we? I don't know. Did I, like, put them in another chest or something? We have 2 extras in here, but we're going to definitely need more. Like, we have a little bit of extra leather in here, but not a lot. Huh. Okay, well, what I need is chests. I need a lot of chests. And since we're not really using oak wood to build, I feel like it's okay. I'm going to need way more than that. I'm honestly going to use all of the wood that we have in here. I'll, like, stop halfway through and we'll see. But, yeah, see, my inventory is just not going to work. And if you ain't wood, get out of my chest. Or get out of my... There we go. Get out of my inventory. So we'll just literally make all of this into chests. Okay, that might be enough, but I don't think so. I did make all these stairs, just so that we can open them, of course. I'm so, like, hesitant to put chests out. I don't know why. They're always, like, so scary to me. Not the chest, but, like, if they're going to connect or something. But if you're holding down shift, they quite literally cannot connect. I think that's, like, coded in. You don't have to be too careful. And also, they can't connect because... Well, that wouldn't really make sense. I'm going to have to break in the wall here to get these, but I want them to be right. Okay. Is that enough chests? Well, I still had a bunch of wood on the ground. I think it is. So the way I see it is the ones to our right are going to be like this. So these are going to be like our bulk storage chests. So any like cobblestone and stuff like that will go in there. I'm going to leave, like, a little bit of space here for furnaces and stuff like that, just because I feel like that's a good idea to have some. Well, obviously, you need to have some. But we may build, a better area for that, but it's usually good to have it in kind of the same zone. Maybe, like, in the middle, we'll, like, put, like, a little, like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But see, I, for once, did not overcraft. I mean, if I did, it's by, like, just a little bit, right? Like, what? We have 12 chests extra. That's fine. So it really did take, like, most of what we had. Wow. This is... this is turning out to be a pretty big project. Maybe some of the lag is coming from the skeletons down here. Oh, there is quite a few. Might as well kill them. Maybe I should just have, like, magma. Okay, we're going to turn that down. I should just have, like, magma to, like, kill them automatically or something. We can make them all fight. As long as I get the hits on them, I'll get the XP if they die. It's like, look, if I do this... like this, they shoot each other. They can hit me a few times. You gotta be kind of careful. But then they'll die a little bit quicker if they're fighting. So They just end up hitting each other. I love skeleton farms like this. I had a zombie farm like in the last. Thank you for helping me out, man. I do appreciate it. Hopefully this makes sense why I have like, you know, I think the ability to grab them from over here. I don't need any of this stuff. I really just care about bones. So if you ain't a bone, get out my inventory. That's all I want is the bones. Just the bones. Arrows, I mean, whatever. Like, I don't need that stuff. My inventory is just like a huge mess, dude. Okay. Let's get back up there. We need to build a staircase. But honestly, guys, I feel like this might be a decent stopping point. We still got a lot of stuff to do. Like, we got to add the staircase. I'm just kidding. How many times have I started a project in a video and not finished it? You guys actually thought I was going to do that to you? Heck no, dude. I never do that. We always got to start and finish something. The first thing we're going to do is move the chests, because that's going to be like... Bruh. That's going to be like the most annoying thing. It's just the problem is these item frames, dude. It's the item frames, dude. Like, we don't have enough. Let's go kill some cows. I don't want to. We just killed so many in this episode, but... Oh, we should have kept a little bit more leather. We're going to need... Let's actually count how many we need so we don't end up, like, killing too many cows. So we have how many here? It's like 4 times 6. We have 24 here. Plus we have 26. That's how many we have. How many do we need? We need 3, 5 by 4. So we need... Is that really 20 chests? 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, 20. So we need 46. Or we have 26. Right? We have 26. Need 20 plus, and then we'll count the next number. And it should be 3, 5 by... So 5 by 9, which would be 45. Plus 45 equals 65. Leather. Okay. So we need 65 leather, and then we'll have exactly enough. So we already have 26. And then... Oh, we need 65 minus 26, which is like... I'm just going to get a stack. It'll be okay. Which is... Oh, gotta be a lot of cows, man. That's going to be quite a few cows. I'm very sorry for what I have to do here. I don't want to, but... I need the leather. I'm going to end up not being able to get all the beef. But that's okay. I feel horrible right now. I hate doing this, dude. For the love of the game, man. For the love of the game. Okay. This should be good. There's not that many cows left. Like, there's really not that many cows left. We'll go up here, get a good observation of them. Yeah, there's really not that many left. It is what it is. I guess we could breed them while we're here, but it's okay. I don't really want more cows, because at this point, we're never going to need more. But it's just so nice. Like, our base is just... Dude, it gives off some good vibes, man. I hope we can keep this world for a long, long time. Okay. So our new chest room, absolutely massive. Again, these chests will be gone, obviously. We're not going to have, like, 2 rows of chests. Oh, my inventory. Let me do a little inventory cleanup, because I guess I can. It's going to be kind of a pain, because I'm going to immediately have to move it all, but it's better that it's, like, up in its respective spot before I have to move it all, I guess. I mainly just need, like, a little bit of space for some sticks. Yes, that's what I need. Don't know how many we need. Let's see. How many item frames is this? That is not enough. Okay, we need to... Man, we're going to use all of our wood. We just end up with like a bunch of stairs and stuff. It always happens. I'll just end up with like a bunch of stairs and slabs. I always overmake those. That's like one thing I always make too much of. Okay, well, hopefully we don't need any more wood. And we'll have to... Well, we have a ton of those jungle trees out there. Okay, so 60 should be good. Let's do this one first. And then we'll go from there. But I wish Minecraft didn't treat these as entities. But, like, what are you going to do? Like, there's no way you can, like, not have that be a thing. And it was nice to have, like, sunlight in here. We'll do these on the right side. That way they don't have to be touching. Okay. And then, obviously, like, the rest of these are going to come from here. So, I'm going to start moving stuff, and I will see you guys in a bit. I think moss is appropriate to do like over here, because eventually we're going to have a ton of moss. At least I would anticipate that being the case. And then the same thing for here. We're going to have like a whole container of just these. Maybe not a whole container, just... I don't know. I'm going to do inventory stuff. You don't need to watch this. Okay, guys. Well, well, everything is organized now to the best of my ability. And I do want to have a skylight, but I need to figure out where exactly that can go. Okay, let me finish sorting this. Hold on. Okay, so I got the copper and the furnaces all converted up. And honestly, this might not be like the worst spot in the world to do this and then put the anvil down, which I think I just put in my functional blocks chest. Smoker, we have a little bit more room in here, but not like a ton. Put the anvil right here, and then do 3 furnaces. Do a smoke at the top. Do 1 more furnace, which, do we really not have 1 more furnace? Those look really similar to the furnace. Well, either way, it's okay. We just need to make 1 more. And then our inventory will finally be completely and totally... Do we have a crafting table in here? No, we do not. And that's what's going to be here. And we're going to go ahead and just plop that back in there. Okay, there we go. So everything is... Oh, it's so much better. But like I said, we need a skylight. And the best way to do that is because I realized that somewhere in here, we were above our area. If we did like a little... I don't know, something like this, like a decently like big skylight, because it's so dark in there right now, man. Like it's pretty bad, and I know this would require like quite a bit of work going up there, whatnot. But like, let's just figure out where this is first of all, and then determine if it's worth our time to make. I think it will be. You know, of course, we'll do some copper grates because those are just like glass. Seriously, like one of my favorite additions. Yes, that will be more than worth it. Okay, and now the big question is how far up do we have to go? Okay, so not that far. Okay, good. I was like, if I have to do much more digging, dude, it's gonna be full crash out time. I've been doing quite a bit of digging. Your boy's been doing quite a bit of digging. Okay, so we'll go over to here, and I'll dig up like 1 more pilot hole. Oh, can we even see what's up at the top? No. We can get up there. I almost put a water bucket there and just wrecked all of that. That would have been a full crash out, 100%. Okay, so I'll just start digging this stuff out. And then, I don't know how far over to go, but shouldn't be that far over. And we'll have like a nice like mossy cobblestone kind of like pillar sticking out. I'm going to guess it's like over to here. Maybe 1 block further. How many more further? Oh, a couple. Wow. Oh, okay, so just over to here. Okay, so this is not too bad. And, like, this is totally doable. We're just gonna have to make, like, a mossy cobblestone kind of pillar thingy. Let me make sure I can break all this before I do that. I guess we could literally just hop out. I don't know, I'm, like stuck in here, man. It's like, I can't get out. But this will just, again, we don't have anything really sticking out of the top of the mountain. So this just gives us, like, a nice skylight, and it also will look really cool, in my opinion. And it's just something to work on. Okay, so now the next step is going to be, we don't have any mossy cobble, but we can, however, go in and out of our base right here, which is super helpful in this situation for this exact reason. I want to add a closer trap door of sorts. Oh, goodness. Gimme. Let's take some of these. We don't need nearly that many. But we are going to need a good bit of mossy cobblestone, and we don't really have a ton. But we do luckily have quite a bit of cobblestone, as you can see here. And moss. We do have a good bit of moss. So we'll just go ahead and make this into mossy cobble. It's just something we've used so much of. Even in this one episode, dude, we've used so much. I mean, look how this whole area, like, I really like this, okay? There's obviously a lot we can do. Like, over here... I kind of want to do one of those windows. I don't know if this is going to lead... Like, if I was to, like, do a little pilot hole, okay? Where does this go? Does this go into our moss farm? Because that would be wonderful. And then we could have, like, a nice, cool, like, tunnel. And this whole tunnel over here would make more sense. So I'm really hoping, I think this is kind of on the same level, so it should be, but I don't know. We'll just have to see. Kind of exciting to always dig little like pilot holes just to see where you end up. And if not, you just fill them in with cobblestone. It's not like a big deal. Okay. just a little bit off, but you know what? It's we'll figure that one out. We're gonna work on that part next episode. We'll also have to work on like down there. Mainly, I just want to get this part done. Ooh. I don't want my skylight going all the way to the edge there, bro. I don't know about all that. Yeah, I think that's better. If anything, we could go one further on that block, and that would be a little better. So let's do that. There's nothing stopping us from doing that. And then, of course, this is going to be those waxed copper grates. Just like this. And we'll add something to the ceiling to kind of break it apart, because I recognize it's just like, it's too much copper. I agree. I just don't know what that material is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be like stripped acacia logs or something. But we'll have to fill this back in. But it's not a problem. Not a problem at all. This can just be moss. This would technically just be copper, which actually kind of helps out because it was like uneven in a way. I don't know why I filled that in. That's going to have to promptly be broken back out to put moss in. But whatever. It is what it is. We need mossy stone brick anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and go back down. Because we're going to want to make the corners of that have some sort of different material. And a mossy stone brick should be good. I'm just putting stone brick in one thing. I don't know why I need like a separate, I'm never really going to have mossy stone brick anyways. Or regular stone brick. At least not in my builds. I may have it as an intermediary crafting material, but it definitely doesn't need its own chest. This is so, dude, the way that this space is where you can like go in and out over here, and then we're going to dig out that pilot hole, and we'll figure something out for it. I don't know exactly how it's going to look, but I think it's going to be pretty neat. Now this will have to go above where our base is. It'll make sense what I'm saying in a second. Let me just like dig this whole area out around here, and then we'll fill this in with mossy cobblestone. We could leave the stone there, but it almost feels like weird. I don't know why it feels weird in this one instance when our whole house has a bunch of stone in it. But since this is like something we're manually digging and we're not like this wasn't already here, for me, it just like feels weird if I don't do this. Also, this can just be like, I can just be filled in with that. Emptying dustbin. This thing is so funny. I don't know why it needs to like tell you what it's doing. Like you could tell after the first like the first time it was running, you know, it was like cleaning the mop, drying the mop. You know, it's like the first few times, like yeah, and then after like, you know, it's been working for a few weeks, you know exactly what it's doing. And I know, why do I talk about the robot vacuum so much? Probably because it blows my mind, dude. You can have a robot in your house doing stuff like cleaning your floors, doing an excellent job, and all you have to do is like fill up some water so it can mop, and then dump the dirty water out like once every 2 weeks, or really you want to do it once every week. I don't know, man, kind of crazy. So like I said, we're gonna just put this here, and we'll have to go up like quite a few blocks. Like I said, we want to make sure it's like somewhat above like the majority of the grass around here. Did I just... No, okay. Well, the torch is just going to sit in there and just go crazy. I can't do anything about that. Can't do anything about that. But I don't know if it needs to go that high. Like, it feels like a little crazy, dude. Like, I don't know about that. But definitely a little bit higher than this. Like, maybe like up to here is fine. It's okay if there's some grass, like, right there. It will be okay. But yeah, I really loved hearing from everyone in the comments. All the congratulations, everything. You guys were super, super sweet. So thank you guys so much. Definitely an exciting time in both of our lives, and we're both very ready for him to be here. That is for dang sure. I think her more than me, because I don't have to do much. And then we'll just put, I know I put this all down here, but we'll make the frame out of, you know, at least for the parts that you can kind of see, out of stone brick like this. Just because it looks a little bit better. It breaks up the mossy cobble, even though it's kind of funny because it's just another like mossy stone material. But I don't know. It works. It does break it up. And this will give us direct sunlight in our house, which is probably why I like this so much, because it was so bright. And then it was just kind of, it made me sad. It was like super dim. And It was like super dim after we made the change. So, I mean, to be fair, we didn't have any lighting in there at all, but anything we could have done is not nearly as good as just like pure, unadulterated sunlight. Okay. And we can overgrow this eventually, but like this doesn't look bad. It just looks like something else is like, you know, it's like another part of our base. But let's go on the inside. This is kind of the exciting part. And let's see how this looks. We're at full sun right in the middle of the day. Not that the sun's position matters, but full sun. Oh, we'll have copper fence too is another cool thing. Yeah, dude. Isn't that nice? Like that's so nice. And the one thing we... What? Oh yeah, one thing we should do... is make all of these into stairs. That'll give a little bit more depth. So, give me a moment here. Let me break these and replace them. I've made a grave mistake. So, the cut copper that I put down is not waxed cut copper. Which is maybe okay, but eventually our whole base is going to turn into just, like... It's going to be kind of bad. Oh, no. Because I was like, why can't I combine these stacks? Why not? But well, they're not waxed. They're not waxed cut copper. They're just cut copper. So, it's okay. It's like, can you do these? No. It's not like the end of the world, but it's definitely going to be a little bit of a shock when time kind of progresses and some things are like, you know, fine, and then others are not fine. So it is what it is. But I'm going to try to, you know, use them, like, sparingly, I guess. So, like, every maybe, like, few. I don't know. It's not going to make that big of a difference, but we're going to want to go in here eventually with some wax. And hopefully you can wax a block that's already on the ground and you don't have to, like, break everything and then put it back. Because that would just be a royal pain, and I really don't want to have to do that. Surely we're going to have enough, right? Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, that's great. Oh. Okay, let's go. There we go. See, that already looks a whole lot better. And, dude, the amount of sunlight in here, ooh, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. And all the grass is grown in here, so we can just kind of break out random splotches and do the same thing. And then this room will feel a little bit less strange, which is nice. We'll still need to figure out, like, lights in here, obviously, because it will still get dark. But we don't need to worry as much. It'll be okay. We can figure out a lighting solution. Oh, but no torches on the ground. Those were only to help the grass grow, I promise. We weren't just going to leave those there. How many times have I just left torch spam in my world? Don't answer that question. Quite a few times. But this is not going to be one of them. I don't know how to do lighting in here. I kind of want to do like copper lights in the ground or something. But I feel like I just don't have enough. But... I do. How many do I have? Let's put up our copper. And let's put up our mossy. Let's just like clean out our inventory for a moment. There was more. Oh, I saw you. You're trying to hide, man. You can't hide from me. My eyes are quick. And then we got flowers, which are in the flower chest. There's vines in here. I don't know why. I don't know where to put those. I'm going to put them in here, I guess, because you can like technically farm them. Okay, now it's organized. Okay, so lights, I guess, could go in the floor. Just depends on how many of the really bright ones do we have. We have 10, and then we have these. So we could do it like this. We need to have a lever, which would be in here. Again, just such an odd mechanic to like turn something on, and then it just stays on. But it is what it is. Okay, so a light like that, and then I feel like this would probably be enough lights if we just did the corner and then maybe like a couple in the middle. Maybe? I'm not sure. Okay, and then like over here and like over here? Sure. A little odd. I just think it's so funny. There's just some old... I mean, but that makes sense, right? There's always going to be, like, old parts of our base. You know, it's like an old building. It has, like, secret little passageways and whatnot. That should be good. We'll see in the dark if it's okay. But, like, obviously in here, like, this is just too dark. So we'll go ahead and do the same kind of thing in here. Sure, we'll do it, like, in the corners. That's fine. Okay, let me put these down, and I'll come right back, because I know it's a little tedious. Let's take a little bit of time, but it's definitely worth it. That's like 1 block from the edge. Okay, so I made a little bit of a mistake. I can't actually have this here. I can't have a light right here just because it just lights up the thing. So we can't do that. But we can maybe put it like in the middle, I guess, or maybe have one. I don't know. Oh, well, one right here would be perfect. It's like the perfect spot for it. But we'll have to go down there and grab that. It's okay. I'm not too concerned about it. Okay, we could take away those. All right, well, this should be good for now. I do appreciate you guys watching. There's going to be, obviously, like, a lot more content coming. Just going to have to give you a little bit of time. We'll probably get one out. I'm not sure when. Probably in... Let's see, this is coming out when? So, I mean, it's usually like 3 or 4 days between episodes. I don't know. I'm trying to do them a little bit slower, honestly, just so that you guys can keep up. Because I hear a lot of comments that are like, oh... Like, I'm so far behind in this series, like, I'm not even going to try to start. Like, I'm too far behind. And I don't want you guys to feel like that. I recognize this is not in the center, but it's okay. It's a light. I don't think it needs to be. I think it's fine. Unless we broke this. And then did 2. Did I just put them up? Was that my last one? I guess it's not super important that it's, like, super bright. And if we're going to do 2, we don't want to put this here. Do like 2. There we go. That looks better. Well, thank you guys for watching the episode today. Again, I do hope that you enjoyed it. We'll put some lights up there. And if you did, I'd appreciate a like on the video. Of course. You don't have to, but I would appreciate it. Hope everyone out there has a wonderful weekend, had a wonderful week, and has a wonderful week ahead. I don't know why I said that weird. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. The secret code for today's episode is going to be 9078. So put that down in the comments below if you want to show me that you watch the entirety of today's video. Again, secret code is 9078. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!